The courtroom doors swung open and silence fell. But what came next has ripped the very fabric of hip-hop reality apart. Lil Scrappy didn't just exit that courthouse, he stormed out like a betrayed man. A man whose entire world had just been set on fire in front of flashing cameras and stunned onlookers. The whispers had been swirling for weeks. But today, in a voice that cracked with both fury and triumph, Bambi shattered every illusion. With trembling hands and tear-filled eyes, she revealed what nobody dared to believe. An affair so toxic, so scandalous. It links two of the most notorious names in reality TV chaos, Stevie J and Bambi herself. Gasps filled the courtroom. Reporters scrambled to tweet in real time, and the judge slammed her gavel in vain as the drama drowned out the law itself. Phones buzzed with leaked texts allegedly showing secret late-night rendezvous. Screenshots blurry but devastating flashed across social media like wildfire. Fans screamed in disbelief. Others shouted, "I knew it," as timelines melted under the weight of betrayal. But nothing, absolutely nothing could. Prepare the world for Scrappy's reaction. His jaw clenched, his fists shook, and then, with cameras capturing every frame, he walked out. No words, no backward glance. Just silence that screamed louder than any headline, and that was only the beginning. Because behind those courthouse walls lies a chain of secrets, leaked recordings, and betrayals so explosive they will redefine the entire legacy of hip-hop love stories forever. The second Scrappy's shoes hit the courthouse steps, the world spun into chaos. Paparazzi surged forward, flashes exploding like lightning in a midnight storm. But Scrappy's face was stone, carved out of rage and betrayal. He didn't speak. But insiders say his phone was buzzing in his pocket with messages he didn't dare open because everyone already knew what was inside. Leaked dimes, voice notes, and blurry screenshots were circulating online, each one painting a picture darker than the last. One message, allegedly from Stevie J to Bambi, read, "He'll never find out. Not the way we move." Another, a late-night voicemail with muffled laughter and what sounded unmistakably like Stevie's voice whispering Bambi's name. The receipts were piling up faster than Scrappy could breathe, and fans were tearing each other apart on Twitter. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag Scrappy walks out. Hashtag Bambi exposed. Hashtag Stevie snake. But the courtroom chaos wasn't even the spark, it was the explosion. Sources close to the couple say Bambi had been sitting on this secret for months, holding it like a loaded weapon, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And when the pressure of custody battles and financial disputes became unbearable, she unleashed it. Right there in front of the judge, in front of Scrappy's family, in front of the world. "You think you know him?" she snapped, voice trembling, eyes locked on Scrappy. "Ask Stevie J what we did when you were out on tour." Witnesses say Scrappy's entire body stiffened, like every muscle was preparing for war. His mother, Mama D, gasped so loudly the judge demanded order. But there was no order. Not when betrayal this deep had just been dropped like a nuclear bomb. And then came the footage. Not grainy, not doctored clear as daylight. A shaky iPhone video surfaced online minutes later, showing Bambi and Stevie in what looked like a hotel lobby, laughing, whispering, disappearing into an elevator together. The clip hit TikTok before the court recess was even over, racking up 2 million views in under an hour. Comments flooded in. Not Bambi playing with fire. Stevie J stays the villain. Scrappy deserves better. Meanwhile, Stevie J, never one to stay silent, fanned the flames himself. On Instagram Live, smirking with a glass of champagne in hand, he dropped a cryptic line. "When you play with reality stars, you better know reality bites." Fans lost their minds. Was he confirming it? Mocking Scrappy? Or baiting him into a full-scale meltdown? Back in the courthouse parking lot, Scrappy lit a cigarette with shaking hands, pacing back and forth as his crew tried to shield him from cameras. "Don't say nothing," one friend whispered. But Scrappy's eyes burned, and you could almost hear the words he wanted to scream. He finally flicked the cigarette to the ground, stomped it out, and disappeared into a black SUV. slamming the door with a force that echoed like a gunshot. But that wasn't the end. It was the trigger, because the leaks didn't stop. Minutes after Scrappy vanished, a new recording surfaced, an alleged phone call between Stevie J and Bambi, where they laugh about Scrappy being too busy chasing money to notice. The audio is scratchy, but the voice is unmistakable. Fans began dissecting every syllable, audio experts weighing in, debating authenticity, but the damage was already done. Scrappy's name was trending worldwide. Marriage, a battlefield broadcast live across every platform. And just when the frenzy couldn't get any hotter, Mama D herself jumped on Instagram with a rant so fiery it could melt steel. "I told y'all she was no good," she screamed, shaking her finger at the camera. "I warned my son, but he didn't listen. And now the devil has come home to roost." Her live racked up hundreds of thousands of viewers in minutes. Fans spamming the comments with snake emojis, broken hearts, and fire icons. But the most shocking moment came hours later, when Scrappy himself broke his silence. Not in an interview, not through a publicist, but in a raw, shaky Instagram story filmed in the dead of night. His voice cracked as he said, "Y'all think you know pain? Y'all don't know what it's like to watch the woman you loved stab you in the back with someone who was supposed to be family." His eyes were red, his hands trembling, and before he cut the camera, he added one chilling line: "This ain't over." The internet froze. What did he mean? Was he planning revenge? Legal action? A public showdown with Stevie J? Fans dissected every frame, convinced he was hiding something bigger, something darker. And they weren't wrong. Because behind the scenes, whispers were growing louder of another leak piece of evidence so explosive it could tear down not just relationships, but entire careers. The night after Scrappy's haunting Instagram post, the internet erupted like a volcano. Fans couldn't sleep. Theories swirled, screenshots spread, and whispers turned into screams. But no one could have predicted what happened next. A leaked hotel surveillance tape allegedly showing Stevie J and Bambi slipping into a room together at 3:14 a.m. The grainy, black and white footage was only 30 seconds long, but that was enough. Within minutes, it had gone viral across Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit. The caption that ignited the firestorm read, "Courtroom confession confirmed." Scrappy's phone must have been exploding, because hours later, a live stream appeared on his private backup Instagram account, one fans didn't even know he had. His face was half hidden in shadows, his voice thick with fury. "Y'all think I didn't see the tapes? Y'all think I didn't hear the whispers? Let me tell you something. When family betrays you, the street's gone. No, ain't no hiding, ain't no mercy." Then he slammed his phone down. The live cutting abruptly, leaving fans in shock and panic. But if Scrappy was furious, Bambi was defiant. On Twitter, she fired back, "Funny how men cry wolf when the truth ain't flattering? Don't play with me." The post instantly set the internet ablaze. Her replies were flooded with fans calling her a liar, others applauding her strength, and some even begging her to drop more receipts. And receipts she dropped. Screenshots of text messages allegedly from Stevie J, telling her, "You're the only one who gets me. Don't let Scrappy hold you back." The messages spread like wildfire. Though skeptics screamed they were doctored, then came the most brutal twist of all. An audio recording leaked to TMZ, supposedly from inside Scrappy's own house. The muffled voices are chilling. Bambi and Stevie arguing in hushed tones about whether she would ever leave Scrappy for him. At one point, Stevie snarls, "He's weak. He'll fold the second the truth hits." And Bambi, voice-breaking, whispers, "I can't do this anymore." Fans dissected every second, slowing the audio down, comparing voice prints, debating its authenticity, but the damage, catastrophic. As if that wasn't enough, the social media battlefield exploded into an all-out war. On TikTok, fan accounts started piecing together timelines of Bambi's trips to Atlanta and Stevie J's appearances in the same cities, crafting conspiracy theories with millions of views. On Twitter, the hashtags #ScrappyVS, Stevie, and #BambiGate started trending worldwide. Celebrities joined the chaos. Cardi B tweeted simply, "Whoo, I'm staying out of this one, K. Michelle." However, couldn't resist, posting, "Didn't I warn y'all about Stevie years ago?" Her tweet had fans screaming, reigniting old feuds, dragging in names who had nothing to do with this scandal but were now being pulled into the firestorm. The confrontation everyone was waiting for, though, came in real life. An insider leak claimed Scrappy confronted Stevie J at a recording studio in Atlanta. The story, told in hushed whispers across gossip blogs, painted a scene straight out of a movie. Scrappy storming in, fists clenched, demanding answers. Stevie smirking, sipping from a red cup, and coolly saying, "Ask your wife." Not me. The confrontation allegedly ended in screaming, equipment being knocked over, and bodyguards dragging both men apart before blows could land. A grainy audio clip, supposedly from that night, captured Scrappy's voice roaring, "You dead to me, Stevie." Fans couldn't tell if it was real, but the narrative had already written itself. By the next morning, viral chaos reached nuclear levels. TikTok edits of Scrappy and Bambi's wedding photos were spliced with the leaked hotel footage, set to heartbreak songs racking up millions of views. Twitter Spaces ran all night with fans arguing, some in tears, some laughing at the absurdity, others swearing they had exclusive tea from friends of friends close to the drama. And then, as if gasoline needed more fire, Bambi dropped another bombshell, a cryptic Instagram caption over a black background. "The truth will hurt, but it will set me free." Within minutes, blogs speculated she wasn't just confessing. She was preparing to expose something bigger, something darker. Scrappy responded with silence, but his mother did not. Mama D went live again, tears streaming down her face. "I begged my baby not to trust her." She sobbed, mascara running. "I told him. And now he's sitting there broken because that snake slid into our home and destroyed everything." Her meltdown only added fuel to the chaos, with fans split between sympathy and mockery. But nobody could look away. But the twist nobody saw coming. Stevie J's own daughter, Savannah, weighed in on Twitter. "I'm embarrassed. My dad needs to stop. This is disgusting." The tweet shook the internet, family turning against family. A daughter calling out her father in public. Fans swarmed her replies, praising her honesty, while others accused her of cloud-ash chasing. And in the middle of this storm, a mysterious clip leaked online, a FaceTime screen recording showing Bambi crying, pleading with someone who looked suspiciously like Erica Dixon, Scrappy's ex. "I didn't mean for this to happen," Bambi sobbed in the blurry video. "He made me feel seen when Scrappy didn't." The clip cut off before Erica's response, leaving fans rabid with speculation. Did Erica leak it? Was it fake? Or had Bambi reached out to the one woman Scrappy would never forgive her for involving? The chaos was unbearable, but everyone knew it was only building, because whispers grew of court documents about to surface. Documents that could expose not only infidelity, but finances, betrayals, and alliances that would shake the foundation of Atlanta's hip-hop elite. And then, right as the noise reached its peak, Scrappy himself posted a single message to Twitter. "See y'all in 24 hours. I'm dropping everything." The internet went into meltdown. Was he releasing proof? A diss track? A lawsuit? Nobody knew, but everyone was counting down the minutes, waiting for the explosion that could make or break every name involved. 24 hours felt like 24 years. Fans were glued to their phones, refreshing timelines like their lives depended on it. And when the clock struck, Scrappy kept his word. A link appeared on his Twitter. The truth, uncut. It wasn't a diss track. It wasn't a press release. It was a 40-minute YouTube video titled simply, "The Betrayal of Lil Scrappy." In the opening frame, Scrappy sat in a darkened room, face lit only by a single lamp. His voice shook, but his eyes burned. "They think I'm weak," he said. "They think I won't speak. Tonight, y'all gone, hear it all," and then he pressed play. The screen cut to recordings, allegedly from months inside his own house. Conversations between Bambi and Stevie J, muffled but unmistakable. One clip caught Stevie bragging, "Ain't man enough to know what's going on under his roof?" Another captured Bambi, whispering, "If he finds out, it's over. We can't let him know." The audience lost their minds. The comments section turned into digital warfare, some fans screaming receipts, while others swore it was edited. But Scrappy wasn't done. He pulled out printed screenshots, allegedly Bambi's phone records, showing late-night calls to Stevie J's number, stretching back months. He slammed the papers on the table with a crack that made viewers jump. But the most brutal reveal came next. Scrappy claimed he had access to bank transfers money sent from Bambi to an account. "Tied to Stevie J, you wasn't just cheating on me," he seethed. "You was funding him with my money." The revelation detonated like dynamite. Fans gasped, Twitter timelines froze, and gossip blogs crashed under the surge of traffic. Then came the meltdown. Scrappy's voice broke. His fists slammed the table. "I gave her everything. Everything. And she spit in my face with a man I called brother." He stood up, pacing, tears rolling down his cheeks. "This ain't love and hip-hop no more. This is war." But the internet didn't get to breathe. Because minutes after Scrappy's video dropped, Stevie J went live on Instagram with the most reckless grin imaginable. "That's cute," he sneered. "But receipts? Let me show you what real receipts look like." He then played a FaceTime clip, allegedly showing Bambi laughing at Scrappy's suspicions. "He'll believe anything," she chuckled in the video. He too busy trying to play the victim. The clip was nuclear. Fans flooded social media, screaming betrayal, screaming setup, screaming for blood. Twitter trended worldwide with hashtag Scrappy exposed, hashtag Stevie Snake, hashtag Bambi destroyed. The chaos was unbearable, yet addictive. Then came the celebrity reactions that turned the firestorm into an inferno. 50 Cent reposted the footage with the caption, "These reality stars need therapy. Not cameras." Snoop Dogg cracked jokes on Twitter. "This better than Netflix." Even Love and Hip Hop castmates Wade and Erica Mena tweeting, "Now y'all see the truth. I've been new, but the collapse wasn't just public, it was personal." Hours after the clips dropped, Bambi was spotted sobbing uncontrollably outside her home. Paparazzi cameras catching every tear-streaked second. They twisted everything. She screamed at reporters, "This ain't what it looks like." But nobody cared what she said. The narrative had already been written in blood. And just when fans thought it couldn't get worse, an insider leak hit the Shade Room court documents allegedly showing Bambi filing for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences and emotional abandonment. The timing was brutal. Just as Scrappy declared war, she legally cut ties. Turning the betrayal into a final dagger through his chest, Scrappy's reaction, unimaginable. Hours later, he posted a single clip-smashing framed wedding photos on the floor. Glass shattering as he shouted, "It's over. All of it. Over." The video lasted only 20 seconds, but it cemented itself as the most iconic meltdown in hip-hop gossip history. Twitter turned the footage into memes. Instantly, Scrappy's face frozen, "Me deal." Wedding photos on the floor, captions reading, "When the receipts finally drop." But beneath the laughter was a tidal wave of heartbreak. Fans mourned the end of what they once saw as an untouchable couple. The final twist, though, came not from Scrappy, not from Bambi, not even from Stevie J, but from Mama D. She went live one last time, holding what she called the final nail in the coffin. She waved papers at the camera, shouting, "Y'all ain't ready for this? My baby wasn't the only one betrayed." And then she dropped the nuclear bomb, an alleged DNA test, hinting at questions about paternity involving one of Scrappy and Bambi's children. The internet imploded. Theories flew faster than light. Was the child really Scrappy's? Was Stevie J the father? Was this all smoke and mirrors? Fans begged for clarity, but no answers came. Just chaos. Endless, devastating chaos, and then silence. Scrappy deactivated his Instagram. Bambi locked her Twitter. Stevie J vanished from live. The storm hit its peak, canned, then collapsed into eerie quiet. But fans knew this wasn't the end. This was just the cliffhanger of a lifetime. Because where there are secrets, there are always more leaks. And in the world of hip-hop betrayal, no truth ever stays buried for long. You just witnessed history unfold before your very eyes. The betrayals, the receipts, the meltdowns. The secrets that were never supposed to see daylight, and yet, here they are, raw and unfiltered, burning across every screen in America. But don't think for one second that this is where it ends. Oh no, because the story of Scrappy, Bambi, and Stevie J isn't a chapter. It's a saga, and the next leak, the next recording, the next scandal could break at any moment. So here's the truth. If you click away without locking in right now, you risk being left in the dark while the entire internet sets itself on fire with the next twist. You'll scroll your feed and see everyone talking about it, everyone dissecting it, everyone laughing or crying or screaming, and you'll be the one left behind. You can't afford that. Not when the stakes are this high. Hit that like button if you felt the shock. Drop a comment with where you stand, Team Scrappy, Team Bambi, or Team Stevie J, because the war is far from over. And your voice matters in this battlefield of betrayal. And above all, smash that subscribe button with the force of Scrappy slamming those wedding photos. 'Cause the next leak, the next meltdown, the next unthinkable twist could hit any second. Don't blink. Don't breathe. Don't miss it. Because this story is only getting darker. Because this story is only getting darker.